So let me tell you what I do mainly. So I wait for yeah. So I wait for market to create some kind of price cycle. Then what I do, I mark some sort of hidden base and decision point. Okay. So how I mark my hidden base and decision. So how I mark my hidden base and decision point? First, I mark those levels which have taken out liquidity from previous areas. So what I do, first I uh, see like those areas which have taken out liquidity from previous area. So here market is fully bullish, as you can say, and this may have taken out some kind of bullish structure previously. So you see this high has taken out the double top liquidity. So I will mark this as a point of interest because this zone has taken out liquidity, and this is the last candle which is responsible for this downward move. So I will have these two areas as my point of interest. Then what I will do, I will look for market to come in here after like for instance market, this is your Asian session forming. So for instance this is your Asian session. Okay, this rectangle. So I won't take any sells or buys here. I will wait for market to come here and mitigate this zone and give a short term, like market make higher high, higher low, then higher high, then higher low, then another higher high, and take out the low. So you see we have the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and this is the last higher high. So this has taken out the liquidity from all these previous highs and given us a minor breaking market structure, and this also mitigated this zone, this zone which also have taken out liquidity from previous areas. So what I will do, I will look for sells from there. So this is what I will do. So like you will see this hidden base or this order block probably in 15 minute to 1 hour time frame, and this you will also define this order block or sponsor candle in probably 1 hour or 50-minute time frame. But you will see this higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, like when price reaches your point of interest and this BMS in 5 minute to 1 minute time frame, and you will wait for some kind of bearish structure like break of market structure for entry. So here will be your entry. Stop loss just above the previous highs, and targeting the Asian lows first as your first point of interest, and second point of interest will be the certain lows. This will be your second point of interest. Yeah, so this is how I use point of interest areas. And what I see in market, like probably market make higher high, higher low, then another higher high, and take out the lows. So for instance, if price has taken out some sort of double top, like price has taken out some kind of double top, so and given us like this is a stop hunt, we will have, and we have a breaking market structure. So this is where I will look for sells. Price has to take some sort of liquidity and give a BMS. So I will look for sells around here. But what many other people do, like you will see, like and they will try to, like, if price has dropped here, so they will see another order block here, so they will look for sells again here, but this will not happen. So if price comes here next time, this will be probably some kind of double top kind of liquidity on again if price comes here again. So only look for sells at one point of interest only one time, not like 2 or 3 times. And most of the time you have to see how you refine these entries. You just have to check there is might be some sort of imbalance in this candle, like this price is taken out the double top liquidity, and this will be your last candle somewhere here. So there might be some sort of fair value gap in there. Okay, and there might be some candle which is failed to mitigate this fair value gap. So I will use that candle as a fair value gap, oh sorry, inducement. I use. So I probably wait for market to come here, take out this relative equal highs which is failed to mitigate the fair value gap, or which is failed to fill the fair value gap, and this will be my point of interest. So I will look for sell here. And if price, what happen if price, for instance, if price has taken out these highs as well, so this will be, a breaking market structure for me. So you can use this as a buy point of interest. And another buy point of interest just below the Asian session lows. And also always choose those areas which have taken out liquidity as a point of interest. So I will wait for price to come here, mitigate this zone, and give a buy again, just to come here, and we will look for sells here. So that's how I do. So let's go. What happened on USD CAD? Like how I marked the USD CAD sells. So you can see marks the last high and this high as a point of interest. So let me show you how I mark. Those highs. So you see, there might be some sort of 10-minute candle which had some sort of imbalance in here. So that's why I marked this zone, and now I don't have the 10-minute time frame because my premium got my premium subscription ended today. So just see it like this is the last zone which is responsible for the BMS, and on 10 minutes there might be some sort of imbalance in there. So that's why I have chosen this block as my point of interest. So this is my point of interest, and you see this last area have also taken out the double top liquidity, as I just told you. So this is, that's why I chosen this as my point of interest. So that's why I have chosen this double top as my point of interest. And this is the last high. And I have chosen the whole candle as my point of interest on 10-minute time frame. So there might be some sort of candle like this here on 10-minute time frame. So that's why I've chosen these two zones on higher time frame point of interest. And let me show you something. Why I have chosen this zone as my point of interest. So you see prices made high, low, then high, then low. So as you can see, it's made higher, then low, then high, then low, then another high, and another low. So this low has taken out this high and this high as well. So that's why I have marked this minor BMS and major BMS. I have a video on YouTube like how to check minor BMS and major BMS structure. So for me, price is taken out this minor BMS and major BMS, and this has also took out this liquidity and this liquidity as well. So that's why I had this point of interest, and let me show you how I find it here. So you see, this is the last candle, this candle, and I have selected the whole zone, all these candles bottom as my point of interest just for safer side. And this, you see, this week has failed to mitigate this fair value gap here. Like this week has failed to fill the fair value gap here. So I have marked this week as an inducement. So what happened next? Like prices came in and tapped the order block here and given us some kind of 1:5. I think yeah, almost, yeah, 1:5 history reward here. I was expecting a price to come here and take out this high as well, because this low has taken out all these highs. So but this didn't happen because maybe because the crude oil issue. So market is tapped in and stopped us out at break even. So that's how I choose my point of interest. Like price, the Jones has to take some sort of double top or double bottom structure, and the zone have almost have to take out some sort of liquidity to be a good point of interest for sells or buys. Okay, so so why I have this zone as the and this zone as my point of interest. So let's just go on lower time frame. So what I did here, I have chosen the this doji candle body and this whole candle as my point of interest, because this has taken out this liquidity, and after taking out the liquidity here, this has given us a break in market structure towards upside. Okay, And why this candle? Because this is the last candle which have been responsible for BMS towards upside. You see, so I have chosen these two zones as my point of interest, and let me clarify more. So same thing I did here. I've chosen the body of the doji candle and this last candle as my point of interest on 50-minute. So the body of the doji candle and this last candle and 1 hour time frame here. Same thing I did here. For this last POI, I've chosen the body of the doji candle and this last candle as a point of interest. So that's why these two are my main point of interest for buys on USD CAD. So let me go on. So what happened here exactly is price. I was expecting a buy here because we have this low, and this low. Like price has formed some sort of support here. So I was waiting for price to take out all this liquidity and buy from this order block, but this didn't happen. So I have taken out, my stops have been taken out here. This is how I choose my point of interest for buys. So you can see price always have to take out some sort of liquidity and drop and retracement. There might be some another sort of liquidity and drop. So these two areas should be your point of interest. The last sponsor candle and these two highs which have taken out the double top. So that's how I choose my point of interest zones. And there is another thing like the kissing candle theory. This is the most strong zone. What I do, uh, I might mark my point of interest like this, the kissing candle. So this can be your good point of interest. Like this might be on 4-hour time frame, and you can refine this kissing candle zone on 1-hour time frame to find some sort of uh, candles around these zones. So let me show you some examples here. Gold. So you see, this was the kissing candle I was talking about. This kissing candle. So I marked this zone as my point of interest because this kind of candles can be a strong supply or demand zones. Okay, so let's you can just refine go and the refine the zones to find some sort of candle with fair value gap as your point of interest if you want to refine here. So what happened here is, so you can see market just tapped the kissing candle, 50% of this kissing candle, and dropped for something like 170 bips. Okay, and I have also marked the last page as my point of interest. This might be on 30-minute time frame, yeah. So I have also marked this bearish candle as a point of interest here. So that's why I had two point of interest. Like this is not SMC concept, this is supply demand concept. So you see the body size of the wick are literally same on top and bottom. So that's why I've chosen this zone and this zone just because we had a kissing candle here. So that's how I use. So I was thinking to show you something. Wait a second, wait a second. I might have a picture. Um, I can't find like those exact area where I have marked the kissing candle. Like exactly worked like that. No worries. So what I'm thinking now on USD CAD is like on daily time frame. We have this kissing candle as my point of interest and this kissing candle. But I will choose this kissing candle because this was the last phase before the down move. So this will be more realistic. So I will wait for price to come here and give some sort of reaction from the top of the wick. So I won't take any sales from the discount level. I will look for premium zone for the sales. So this is how I see. Like always mark those kissing candles areas as a point of interest. So so that's how I do, like how I mark my point of interest areas. Let me see something on USD CAD. UAD. This was a good example here. So you see, this was the last downward move, the down candle, which have been responsible for this whole of move. Okay, on I think on 5 minute or think on 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we might have some sort of candle here, and there must be some sort of fair value gap here. So that's why I have marked this zone as a point of interest, because this was a large zone for the up move, and this candle has failed to fill the fair value gap here. So that's why I've chosen this zone as my point of interest. And what happened exactly here is price came here, tapped the zone, then again given a up move, then again came here and tapped the zone and also taken out the zone as well, and literally hit the TP. So that's how I choose. Wait a second, let me show you something. So that's for today. I will send another Zoom link probably tomorrow, so you guys can learn more good things. So this was just a basic class. So yeah, have a good day. And if you have anyone have any question, they can ask me. Okay, so I will end it here.